Okay, I'm gonna show everyone the connections. Actually, I'm gonna go to the assault record and show everyone the assaults. Okay. One by one, it takes some time. If you really look at assault records, you'll really find a bunch of good stuff. Stuff that connects everything, really. Okay, first ace, Frank Frederick from Belka. Assigned to the aggressor squadron that plays the role of the enemy in combat practice. He was sent to the front when the war situation worsened. He now serves as an instructor at the High Air Base in North Ossia. Strange. Felix Bosch, J35J, whatever. Having gone missing in action during an attack on Velal Air Base, his remains were discovered in the surrounding mountains after the war. His remains were verified through dental records and along with personal effects sent to surviving family. Rudy Kaltz, F4E. In 1987, he enlisted as a volunteer in the Belgian Air Force and went on to forge a brilliant war record during the Belgian invasion of Ustio. During an aerial battle over Valas Air Base, he was shot down and killed by mercenary pilots stationed there. Oswald Barman, F-117A. After the war, he hid out in South Belka, presently North Ossia, and organized a terrorist unit of former soldiers known as the Falcons of Dawn. Falcons of Dawn was created by Joshua Bistro and this guy. To date, he has organized 7 acts of terror against the Ossian Federation and remains at large. Karl Heinz Litbartsky, XB-70, a member of the Belgian Air Force's Aviation Test Corps with a record of 6,000 hours of test flight time under his belt. He moved to the front line shortly after the war's outbreak. He is now working as a consultant for the Ossia Air Defense Force Technology Development Bureau. Gerd Vegetz, May 21 BIS. Having been involved in 12 crashes and several life-threatening accidents, his countless brushes with death have become legend among his squadron. After retirement, he settled down in Dinsmark, the capital city of the Principality of Belka. Lothar Fink, F1. During the war, he was tried for leaking information regarding Belka's nuclear weapons possession. However, the case was dismissed due to lack of evidence. He remained a pilot until the end of the war, but the suspicion continued to cast shadow on his record. After the war, he became an anti-war activist. Johann Braes, A10A. The conclusion of the war offered him opportunity to proceed with a career in North Belka as an engineer in the exploration of marine resources. He continues to put forth all his efforts into the mining of the favored next generation fuel resource, methane hydrate. I gotta think about that for later. Manfred Metzer, Mirage 2000D. Shot down and killed in aerial battle over Route 171, his remains, along with a diary addressed to his wife and child, were recovered from the wreckage. After the war, the diary was published under the title A Letter to My Lovely Rose and became a bestseller. Wow. Herrick Engel, F-15E. Formerly of Anfang Flight Instruction Unit, he was moved to the front line at the outbreak of the war. During the war, he proposed fundamental revisions regarding the transportation of troops as well as aerial fighting tactics at Area B-7R. After the war, he applied himself toward reducing the operational damage incurred on fighter airframes. Detlev Fleshner, I don't know how to say that. Shot down over Area B-7R 1995. He succeeded in landing his damaged fighter and continued his career in the Air Force, working his way up from officer to base commander. After the war, he became a professor of history at the University of Denmark, where he continues to apply himself diligently towards his teaching and research. Jürgen Mayer. Enlisting in the Air Force soon after high school graduation, he completed the grueling training to be awarded a position in the 2nd Air Division 52nd Tactical Fighter Squadron. He was shot down and killed in action during the Ustio-Choker 1 operation. Helmut Skillinger. Shot down during a mission over the Garibir Mountains. However, an investigation by bereaved family members into the recovery of his remains uncovered nothing more than the empty wreckage of his aircraft. His surviving family continues to press their dissatisfaction with the government's official report. Shot down. Okay, Corey Heinz Sammer. Shot down and killed in action during Ustio-Choker 1 operation. An investigation into the details regarding his death revealed that problems with the aircraft's ejection mechanism resulted in severe and fatal full-body contusions. His remains were miraculously recovered and delivered to his surviving family. They were all Typhoons. That's Rot Squadron. Okay, next one. Otto Haber, X-29A. At the war's conclusion, he was dismissed from the Air Force, and fellow ex-soldiers went on to found a private research company. According to reports, the company's business is bona fide. Thus, it has been concluded that Otto Haber and his employees no longer present a threat to society. Grun Squadron. Bernard Skimid. His uncanny ability to read the tide of battle earned him the name of Green Owl. He was shot down over Area B-7R during an encounter with mercenary Ustio pilots. After retirement, he later returned to his hometown, where he continues to reside. Fabian Rost. His whereabouts became unknown after the conclusion of the Balkan War. Information has surfaced reporting that he is now acting as a volunteer soldier in an effort to free a small eastern country from its authoritarian government. Ulf Skoll. He enlisted in the Air Force after graduating from the Balkan Air Force Academy, top of his class. For the first actual war mission, he was reunited with his former unit of the 10th Air Division 8th Tactical Fighter Squadron. However, he was shot down during his 23rd assault. Fritz Forrester. Recruited as a test pilot by the Balkan Air Force, where he gradually began to distinguish himself through his extraordinary flying skill. Shortly after the war's outbreak, he was officially assigned to the front lines, where he was killed in action a few months later. His remains have yet to be recovered.